Hello everyone, welcome to another book review in Alex's reading room. I need to adjust my camera a little bit because I was drifting all the way off to the side here. Today we are going to review yet another of one of my favorite books, Jennifer Government by Max Barry. Honestly, when I first started reading this book, I did not expect it to be as good as it was, okay? I did very much enjoy this. Now, this is not a 10 out of 10, okay? But I did not expect this book to be so awesome. And if Max Barry ever listens to this, well done to you, sir, okay? Excellent book. If you don't know Max Barry, he's also the creator of the Nation States game, and he's also written a few other books. And I have another one of his books called Lexicon that I have not read yet. But this, okay, so let me start with the age rating for this, okay? Sexuality I have at a possible 2. I can't remember 100% of these. I actually, there's 3 out of 4 of these ratings I actually cannot remember fully, so I have Sexuality as a 2. I apologize if there's anything wrong with this, with these ratings. Language I have is a 3, and I am almost certain it's a 3 because remember, one F-bomb gets a 3 out of 3, so I'm almost certain it's a 3. Substance I have rated as a 2. But I don't 100% remember. Death and Injury, I 100% remember as a 3, okay? And it's specifically because of something that happens in the end, and I won't say what. This is also advanced. And I put the age rating at 18. There are definitely some adult themes in this book. I will go into it more in the spoiler section, but I have to say, this, in my book spreadsheet, I've classified this as a dystopian book. Max Barry's world building in this book is almost unparalleled, honestly. I love the world that he has created through this book. It's just fantastic. And the thing that I always tell people when I tell people to read this book is, I wish that he wrote more books set in this universe, not continuing the same story, because Jennifer Government is an important character in the story, but like the story of Jennifer Government has basically been told, as far as I'm concerned. Perhaps he has something else in mind. But to have another book written in the same universe, that would be so cool. So cool. I love the world that he has set up here in Jennifer Government with the USA countries and stuff like that. I think there's a map somewhere. Oh, I think there's a map in the beginning of the book. Oh, in Jennifer Government, in the inside of the book, I have the age rating at 15. Oh yeah, there is a map here, and it shows you United States federal economic blocks, non-United States federated blocks, and fragmented markets, which is just so interesting. It's just so cool to look at it, and you can see his world building there. I'm not going to show the map on camera, but it's the story of Jennifer Government, but it's really more so the story of a man named Hack Nike. And I know that these names sound a little bit weird, and I won't get into it because it's spoilers, but suffice it to say that it is very well written. It's also, I have also classified it as advanced. I'm actually going to change my age rating to 15 because I wrote 15 on the inside of the book. So now for spoilers. We're getting into the spoilers section. Here we go. There's several main characters in this book. Hack Nike is one of them. Jennifer Government's another one. There is... Okay, so this book is about like a total free market I want to say world, but block is really the thing about it. And everything has been privatized, including the government, okay? Which is really weird to think about, I know. It was very weird for me to think about it. I'm like, how's the government private? Okay, it's just weird. But somehow Max Berry pulls it off. I love his writing style. I do have a complaint about it, though, and that a lot of the chapters, like, okay, so you have one chapter ends here, and then another begins right here. It's just like he pressed enter twice, and then began the next chapter. That was a little off-putting to me. Oh yeah, here's the F word I just found here. This is a solid 3 out of 3, not a question mark 3 out of 3. Yeah. People's last names in this world are whatever company they work for. So Jennifer Government works for the government. Hack Nike works for Nike. All the schools have been privatized, so, and it's funny because they're owned by major corporations, because, like, I think Jennifer Government's daughter goes to a McDonald's school, and she's, like, lamenting the fact that she can't afford to send her daughter to a Pepsi school because the Pepsi school kids have laptops and everything like that, and the McDonald's schools are not that good. It's just so funny to me. Gun rights are, like, fully maxed out, so it's like this guy goes in, he's just like, oh, I want that one, and then he's like, all right, that'll be, X amount of dollars, and he's like, okay, and then he just picks up the gun right there, right then. It's crazy. I love this universe because, and I know it's written to be sort of like a dystopia, but it's just written so well. It's written where you can sort of see the sarcastic criticism of it. Of, like, free market gone wild, but also it's not shoving, like, anti-free market stuff down your throat. It's just something that in some ways is subtly critical of ultra free markets. It ends with a gruesome death, and that is why I've rated it a 3 out of 3 on death injury. I didn't want to go to it in the non-spoiler. I didn't want to reveal that in the non-spoiler section, but it is 320 pages. It's an advanced read. Good book, though. I definitely recommend this. So I actually have this thing. I've done this 2 years in a row now. I plan to continue it this year, where for Christmas I send my brother some books that I thoroughly enjoyed reading in the past year. And he actually repeated it for me on my birthday, which was so cool. He sent me a couple of books that he enjoyed. So it's kind of a cool, like, book exchange kind of thing. Jennifer Government was one of the books that I sent him. The other two were The World of Susie Wong, which is my favorite book, and Under the Same Sky by Joseph Kim, which I will, of course, review on this channel. But let me read a paragraph, because I think I'm sort of starting to make this a tradition, but this is actually 2. All right. He must have slumped over and knocked the porcelain shard against the floor. That regained his attention. He screamed. He was alone in the bathroom. He felt dizzy. His hands and feet were numb. He knew he should probably leave the shard in his side, but he couldn't stand it hanging there. He yanked. His vision flared. He felt blood stream down his side. He tried to cover the wound with his hand. That was 2 paragraphs. That part was actually not too advanced, but I do think this book overall is advanced. Even if the reading is at times very simple, overall the themes of this book are very advanced. You have corporations getting into an all-out war with rocket launchers and everything like that. It's like McDonald's and Burger King, and they're just getting into this all-out war. And it's like, without that advanced knowledge of, like, how corporations can become corrupt and everything like that, it's kind of like adult themes, just not in the way we normally think about it. So, 8 out of 10. I rate Jennifer Government an 8 out of 10. I would say the formatting definitely should be improved. The pacing at some points felt a little bit slow. It did seem to move a little bit slow at some points, but not through the whole book. So, those are my primary criticisms of the book. It was good. It was a good book, and I do recommend it. And I'm going to recommend most of the books that I review, to be honest, because I usually just choose to read books that I enjoy. But I'm going to conclude the review right there. If you have a book that you would like for me to review, please let me know. I can't promise that I will review it because I have so many books that I want to read, and I'm in the process of reading. I just finished reading Darkness at Noon by Arthur Koestler, and I'm definitely going to review that book pretty soon. I'll probably record it tomorrow because I have some time. And I'm always reading new books, and I'm a little bit slow right now because I got a lot of stuff to do this year, and I have a lot of daily routines this year that I have to work on. So, but if you want me to read a book and review it, please feel free to suggest it to me. If you enjoyed this review, please leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below if you have read this book. If you have played Nation States, what do you think of that? Because I love Nation States, honestly. I have 2 nations in it, and I occasionally check up on them and everything. If you've read any other books by Max Berry, please let me know, because I have Lexicon, and I have actually a few more books of his on my wish list, and I'm very excited to see what those are like, because even though they're not written in the same universe, I have trust in Max Berry, okay? I have some trust. I have trust that he's a good author and that he will do some good things with whatever worlds he creates. It's a cautious trust, because this is an 8 out of 10, and the world that he created, I'm like, how can you top that, okay? It's a cautious trust, but it is trust. So, with that, I will leave you, but I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next book review.